Welcome to Tales from Nerd, the weekly podcast where I talk about the comics coming out every week. This week, we're talking about the comics coming out October 28th. By the way, when this is uploaded, it is the week of Hallows Eve. Forgot to put the TCG Saturday stuff because life is busy. Yeah, I will have that uploaded Saturday. I'm gonna schedule that actually properly. So I won't say Halloween in there because I already pre-recorded a bunch of stuff. But yes, it's another heavy week. About 20 books. There's one book in particular I'm very excited for, and I didn't know it was on my radar until it was announced. It had a short print run, so that's cool. But yes, how is everyone? I want to ask that beforehand. I've been doing okayish. A lot of stuff in my personal life. It's been a month, I'll say that. But yes, I haven't read any books from last week. I was very busy. Maybe this week I'll catch up all 2 weeks worth of books. I'm also gonna be on vacation, so yeah, I should catch up. But first, we're gonna go with Amazing Spider-Man number 51, not number 5, written by Nick Spencer and art by Patrick Gleason. So yes, the the price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. Last Remains continues. Last Remains continues as Spider-Man seeks help from Doctor Strange. Spoiler alert, it's not going to be enough. Spider-Man does what many would find unthinkable to take the fight to Kindred. Now, we figured out who kind of Kindred was. I haven't read the 50 point Last Remains or LR, so I don't know what happened last issue. You might not need to, but then again, this is all Nick Spencer's Kindred finale, I guess, because a lot of reports are saying that this might be his ending his run, so we don't know. His run's been interesting. Some of it, I like the first arc. Everything in between, it's kind of been weird. What fell? Oh, just a cord. I mean, I would pick it up. I would say start issue 50. I mean, if you know Kindred, just read issue 1 and just, like, if you want the reveal, issue 50 tells you kind of is. Even though I think that might be, a little like, here's what you think it is, but it might not be. So yeah, you can pick up issue 50 and 51. I think the point LR is just, you want extra story. But we're gonna move on. Batman and slash Superman, or Batman and Superman, number 13, written by Joshua Williamson, art by Max Rainer. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. What happens when a dark knight and Man of Steel wake up on a skull-shaped planetoid packed full of cybernetic versions of their entire rogues galleries? Figure out why they're being worshipped like gods, and that's what. What is this strange new Brainiacs endgame, and how did Batman and Superman's own villain database mutate into this twisted metallic death planet? The mystery deepens as our hero allies desperately search for their missing comrades. So issue 12 was part of the new story arc. We had that annual as well. The annual was pretty fun. It was a what if scenario, who wins, Batman or Superman. It's kind of outlandish, but it's meant to be that way because we have Batman and Mr. Missile Spitalik, like, debating who would win, Batman or Superman, in a fight. I mean, the answer is obvious. Do you know? I mean, this arc was teased, like, in the first arc, so I like that we're getting back to it, either the first arc or second arc, one of the arcs. I like this. I like this idea where Brainiac is still a threat, but he's not the main threat. So I like that. Next up, Batman Beyond number 48, written by Dan Jurgens, art by Sean Sean C Sean Chen. I'm gonna say that. Alright. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. First contact begins. Something is very, very wrong with Bruce Wayne as he lashes out in anger and tries to kill Batman Beyond. Who else can save him but Booster Gold? The greatest hero history never knew is going to take Batman Beyond back in time to the Gotham of old, where Bruce Wayne is Batman, which means Batman and Batman Beyond will meet at last. So, if you know anything about this book is in issue 50, so this is the last story we'll ever get with Batman Beyond at the moment. We might get a book later on in the future. I followed this book since issue 1, so I'm happy that this book is getting its own conclusion. Not like it's canceled, it's not going to get its own conclusion. So, having this as its final arc, very interesting. I'm kind of interested in how, like, young Batman meets future Batman. So yeah, I'm interested in that. I pick it up. Perfect time to jump on. Next up, Batman Three Jokers number 3, written by Jeff Johns and art by Jason Fabok. The price is $6.99 because it is a Black Label book. So if you like continuity, this might break it. If you don't, if you don't like continuity, it's fine. You just read it and you enjoy the story. I'm really waiting for how the story ends, but yes. And this is a description of the book. The final chapter, the most terrifying and personal Batman mystery, is here. Still reeling from their last encounter with three Jokers, Batman, Batgirl, and Red Hood discover the terrible truth about the three Jokers plot. Will the Cape Crusaders have the strength needed to put an end to the maniacal menaces Master's plans once and for all, or will it be lights out for good? You won't want to miss this stunning conclusion of Batman 3 Jokers as it completes its trajectory as the ultimate examination of the Joker and his never-ending conflict with Batman. So yes, 3 Jokers. It's really come and gone, to be honest. Very surprised. We got it August, September, October. No delays because this book was supposed to come out like during Doomsday Clock. So it's been about 2 years, even though the book was announced like 4 years, and it's finally ending 4 years later. Um, I mean, I'll say this: I liked issue 1, I liked issue 2. I really want to know how issue 3 ends to finally voice my opinion. If you're trying to find issue 1 and 2, kind of hard, unless you don't care for variants, then you could probably try to find a variant if you can. If not, you can buy it digitally. Um, If not, you're going to have to wait for your trade. But this is a really good book. I will suggest that. And it's a conclusion of this story arc. So, yeah. Next up, Dark Knight's Death Metal, Rise of the New God, one shot. Written by James Tynion IV and Brian Hill. Art by Jesus Marino and Nick Virela. The price is $5.99, and this is the description of the book. Batman always wins. This irrevocable truth resonates to the very heart of Perpetual's battle with the Batman who laughs, and when her ally reveals his absolute nature, she will upend his mantra and destroy the last planet, his planet. But that's not enough, and the mother of all creation must wonder if power lies in destruction. Why would she ever stop? But that's the thing about truth. When it turns to fact, there's no disputing its godlike reverence. And so enters The Darkest Night, featuring a backstory that spins out of a cliffhanger from Dark Knight's Death Metal Multiverses End #1. So, I'll say this. James Tynion IV is writing it, so it's going to be good. That's all I'll say. I like that we're getting these tie-ins, but like, I feel like tie-ins are just they should be part of the story. The story should have been a little bit longer. It should have been more than 7 chapters, but with some sort of it's more than 7 chapters, people don't want to get on board. I mean, this should have been like a maxi series. It feels like it should be a maxi series with so much being thrown at this right now. I will pick it up. I like James Tynion IV's writing. I like this Dark Knight's death metal ride. I'm just gonna go with it until it ends. So yeah, if you want to pick it up, you can pick it up. Next up, a book I'm really looking forward to: Department of Truth number 2, written by James Tynion IV, art by Martin Simmons. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. Cole Turner has spent most of his life suppressing false memories of satanic ritual abuse at his preschool. Now he's a news recruit of the Department of Truth, and he just found out those false memories might be truer than he thinks. Now, holy crap, the way the first issue left off. Conspiracy theories. If you love them, this is your book to go to. And the art complements the creepiness of what's going on in the book. Issue 1 sold crazy. I was lucky to get a copy of it. That's all I'll say. Uh, I recommend this. This is probably James Hanford's best work. That's not Marvel or DC. It's up there with Something Killing Children, in my opinion. A lot of people thought this book is worth buying. I do suggest it. Read it. Read the first issue if you can get it. You're gonna love it. You're gonna have a good time, and if you love conspiracy theories, this is basically a conspiracy theory book. So yes. Next up, Detective Comics, 1029. It's written by not James Hanford, Peter J. Tomasi, and art by Kenneth Rocafort. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. After the city of Bane, the Riddler's takeover, the Joker War, and more, the people of Gotham City have had enough. The world is changing for Bruce Wayne, and the question he must ask himself is, what? Gotta take that out. Question he must ask himself is, what role does the Batman have in a city that rejects him? As the year barrels forward into what will become a turning point for the Dark Knight, Batman must grapple with the very citizens he has sworn to protect, while a familiar face looms large as a new threat on the horizon: Damian Wayne. So we're getting Damian Wayne back. So Peter J. Tomasi is gonna fix that, because Peter J. Tomasi literally has to fix up everything everyone else is broken. I feel bad for Peter J. Tomasi. He fixed Damian, and then they broke him again. Oh, can we? I'll say this: DC, just give me a Super Sons run again. Is that so much hard to ask? The book sold well, very well, and it was a farm boy and an assassin boy doing superhero stuff. That's a cool concept. I want that book again, but I will never get it because DC is just stuck up in their head with Bendis right now, even though Bendis is leaving the Superman title. So we might see a change in the future, but we're gonna move on. Oh, jumping on point? Yeah, yeah. If you like it, I mean, last story was just one shot, so yeah, good jumping on point. Next up, Flash number 764, written by Kevin Shinick and art by Clayton Henry. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. Sitting idle in Iron Heights prison for years, Dr. Alchemy found the time and knowledge he needed to finally beat the Flash once for all. In a battle of wits and scientific knowledge, as much as speed or power, Barry Allen must confront one of the Flash's most dangerous foes before the good doctor becomes a god. Um, yeah, we're getting Dr. Alchemy. I'm surprised Joshua Williamson never touched Dr. Alchemy, even though he put a lot of Flash lore in his Flash run. I mean, he was busy. He was writing this. He was writing Batman v Superman, Batman Superman, not v Superman. But yeah, Kevin Shinick. I mean, it feels like Joshua hasn't left the book. I could see. I mean, we're gonna see. I mean, it was only first issue, so Kevin Shinick, you got a lot to take up. But I will say this: I loved your first issue, so we'll see where it goes. I recommend. Next up, John Constantine Hellblazer, number 11, written by Simon Spurrier and art by Aaron Campbell. The price is $3.99, and it is a Black Label book. Since it's a Black Label book, it is not going to be your DC superhero book. It is a much darker story about John Constantine. And let me just say this: he is not a very good guy. I'll just leave it at that. And this is a description of the book. A message from Clem Torso. the most virulenting, bigoted politician in the UK, unexpectedly sends John on a journey deep into the heart of the occult evil, and down into the chamber below Parliament, where something truly unspeakable waits. Now, I want to say pick it up, but the book is ending. It's ending next issue. I mean, this is the final story arc. I mean, I feel bad for Simon Spurrier. His costume really feels like Hellblazer, even though it's not Hellblazer. But yeah, it just I liked it, but I mean, I feel sad. It's funny. I got a Constantine book back, and it gets canceled. I'm like, why? Why DC? Why must you play with my heart? Yeah. I mean, pick it up. It's a new story arc. You only got 2 issues left, so. Next up, we got Immortal Hulk number 39, written by Al Ewing and art by Joe Bennett. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. Some time ago, an outside force entered Bruce Banner's system. The devil says it's the Green Scarf. The Green Scarf says it's the devil. Maybe they're both right, or both wrong. But only one of them can be the Immortal. Now, Immortal Hulk has been on a train ride of craziness and Hulk lore. I love it. I hate myself. I cannot wait every month to get this book. Immortal Hulk is literally one of the greatest books we've ever gotten from Marvel in the past 5 years. I'll say that much. And I'm not the only one who's praising this book. A lot of people are praising this book. Um, yeah, it's so hard to jump on Immortal Hulk, but if you want a good jumping on point, read the first trade paperback or the first trade, because oh my god, that first issue story arc. There's no story arc at that point. It's just one shots, and then it's story arc. So yeah, I will say this middle of the show. If you like what you're seeing, please you can follow me on Twitter or Instagram. I will also put a link in the description of the website I'm using. Both of them, because the website I usually use is down for 3 hours. So, and I said, let me record it Sunday. So, yeah, I'm using Midtown Comics right now. I usually use League of Comic Geeks, I believe. I will put that in the description. Also, a comic book shop locator. So, if you want to know where your local comic book shop is at, there you go. My friend who made music for the podcast, also link in the description. So, yeah. If you look at the earlier episodes of my podcast, there was music in the intro. I just am very lazy. Maybe in 2 weeks I could finally make an intro. Just a cool intro. I might do that. But yes. So we're going to move on to the other books. Justice League Dark number 27, written by Ram V and art by Aminke Nahulpan. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. Welcome to the other place, where the Upside Down Man rules without equal, and where all the odds are bleakly stacked in his favor. One will tap into the darkest recesses of power. But can she control it? What sleight of mind will Zatanna reveal to her greatest villain, and what sacrifice or three must be made? This issue features a battle costly that the team's roster will be forever changed. Now, Ramvi, I will say this, he's done a really good job. He's done a good job at this, and Catwoman. Um, I trust the dude. I mean, it feels like James Tynion IV hasn't left the book as well. He's continuing what James Tynion couldn't finish. So a lot of people are like, I just want this arc to end. I'm like, I'm loving it. I love the Upside Down Man. He's like the Batman who laughs without the Batman who laughs. So yeah, I like it. Good jumping on point? Not really. And Legion of Superheroes, number 10, written by Brian Michael Bendis, art by Ryan Soak and Wade Von Grabader. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. A grudge that has endured 1,000 years. The unstoppable behemoth Rogolzar has survived the millennium to hunt Jonathan Kent where he last expected it. It's a menace so terrible the Legion of Superheroes may not survive. Was this the challenge Brainiac 5 predicted? Is this is the Legion up to task? Plus, who's dating whom in the 31st century? Another searing chapter in the far-flung future of the DC universe, courtesy of Bendis, Soak, and von Groteberg. Why? Why Rogel He sucks. Why? I read the description. Rogel is back. Rogel is back. Sal from Comic Pop is not gonna like that. Uh, Rogel is a 90s design that has no purpose. Bendis left him alone in Superman, and he brought him in Legion of Superheroes. Oh, this infuriates me so much. And apparently he's going to be still in the Legion of Superheroes book. He's probably not going to let that go. God damn it. I mean, I like Bendis, but man, I can't deal with Bendis sometimes. I mean, the only thing I liked was his Young Justice book. And that was about it. I liked the first issue. And then I started not liking the issues after Legion of Superheroes. Action Comics had kind of like a curve. I'm like, I like this, I hate this, I like this more, and I like this again. Superman one, like, interesting, and just keeps crashing down. And as close to his end of the run, it's getting interesting, and it's gonna end. Yeah. Yeah, but we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books left. Savage Avengers number 13, written by Gary Dugan, art by Patrick Zurcher. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. The Savage Avengers assemble: Wolverine, Conan, Doctor Strange, Elektra, Black Widow, Hellstrom, Voodoo, Magic, and more. The heroes draw up a battle plan against Cullen Gath, and you'll be thrilled as a Conan wields a most unexpected weapon in the fight against darkness. So we're gonna get a battle. So jumping on point, perfect. Because everything else has kind of been set up, and is that really? Because to be honest, we didn't get an issue of Seven Avengers for like 6 months, so we got an issue like I believe a month ago, and I forgot what was going on there because I was preparing for X of Swords or Ten of Swords, as it is referred to. But yeah, Savage Avengers, I recommend. Next up, Shang-Chi Number Two, written by Jean Louis Yang and art by Dyke Ruin and Philip Tan. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. The hits keep coming. Shang-Chi may finally met his match in the form of the strange new assailant, Sister Hammer. But who is she really? Find out in the shocking reunion. Shang-Chi is a 5-issue miniseries. I didn't pick up issue 1 because I'm like, it might not be my book. And then I saw Cape Joel recommend it, Matt for what that he from Comic Multiverse, Matt, and then I'm like, it's Jean Louis Yang. I'm like, I need the first issue, and I couldn't find the first issue anywhere. I had to go eBay. So yeah, when I hear Cape Joel tell me a book is good, I'm gonna pick it up. So yeah, um, I mean he's gonna have a movie, so this will help me get to know the character a little bit more. So yeah, uh, again, you're gonna have to eBay hunt for the first issue, but if you can find it at a comic shop, you're lucky. Unlike me, but yeah. Next up, Suicide Squad number 10, written by Tom Taylor and art by Bruno Redondo. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. The world knows Ted Kord as Blue Beetle, superhero, but the members of Task Force X know him as something else entirely. The violent and vindictive puppet master who rigged them to blow, with Deadshot murdered and Kord finally at their mercy. Will the Suicide Squad get their revenge once and for all? Now, if I do remember, the next issue is the last issue of Suicide Squad. So What I like about the Suicide Squad run is it feels like Suicide Squad. The stakes are there. Characters are dying. That's what you need in Suicide Squad. That's what the previous run didn't do well, because they kept everyone, and we didn't see any main characters die. We've seen characters die in this book, in this series. Like, holy crap! I think King Shark died, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, sad it's ending. It's a perfect trade book. Two trades. I want to say recommended, but it's almost over, so I can't justify all those issues unless you want to buy them and hunt them. I do recommend you could do that, but we're gonna move on. Next up, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Last Ronin, #1, written by Kevin Eastman and other writers, art by Kevin Eastman and Isua Escorza. The price is $8.99, and this is a description of the book. It's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles event of 2020, springing from the minds of TMNT co-creators Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird, come an epic tale like we've never seen before, in a future in New York City far different than the one we know today. A lone surviving turtle goes on a seemingly hopeless mission to obtain justice for his fallen family and friends. Kinetic layouts from Eastman, moody inks from Andy Kuhn, and a thrilling script full of surprises from longtime TMNT scribe Tom Waltz, all combined to make this one of the most memorable TMNT stories you will ever read. Oversized in both format and page count, this perennial TMNT tale that can't be missed. Now, this is a book I was talking about, that the first printing of this, they didn't make enough. And it's been going crazy. Luckily, I was able to secure a copy of it in my comic book shop. Now, if you want this book, go to your comic book shop as soon as they open. If you can't, try to get a friend. The book is also $8.99, but it's gonna be a lot of story. Now, I've heard about this book. I I was originally gonna intend to pick up the book, and I'm like, I'm not gonna pick up indies, and I started reading indies recently. I've been reading Once in Future, Die, Department of Truth, Undiscovered Country, just a lot of good books. But this book, when I caught it on the radar, I said, okay, I'll pick it up. And then after I filmed the podcast, I read up on Monday. They didn't have enough prints. Now they're gonna make a second print of this because the first printing sold like crazy. I mean, I'm seeing it right now. It's sold out before. Yeah, it's sold out right now, yeah, on the website on Midtown. So it's pretty serious for a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle book to sell out really quickly. So I'm excited for it. I hope it doesn't fail, because I like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and this feels like Old Man Logan but Ninja Turtle style. So that's the best way I could describe the book. So if you're lucky, get that issue. If not, if you're going digital, that's cool. You can read it on your tablet or phone. Like I said before, I'm a more of a physical collector, so yes. Next up, Undiscovered Country #9, written by Charles Soule and Scott Snyder, art by Giuseppe Camuncoli, and various other artists. Unity Part 3, The Unexpected. The expedition moves further into Unity and discovers more of the secrets of the techno-futuristic paradise version of America. Hollywood News, acquired by the New Republic Pictures after a competitive bidding war for a potential franchise development. Snyder and Soule are attached to adapt the screenplay and serve as executive producers alongside Camuncoli. John Hilary Shepard will oversee the development of the New Republic. So, the book is good. Holy crap, that book is good. Oh my god, this book is so good. America's blocked up for 30 years, and they sent out a group of, like, we'll help you. We have a cure. Let's go create a cure. And all hell breaks loose. Oh my god, that first issue. Oh, my friend Amar recommended this book. I picked it up finally, and I will say I should have picked it up from the get-go. So, it is part 3 right now, so issue 7's a new story arc, I believe. So yeah, you could jump on issue 7. If not, you could pick up the first trade. We got 2 more books, and then how am I looking for time? Yeah, we got 2 more books, so I could call it a day. Wonder Woman number 765, written by Mariko Tamaki, art by Steve Poog. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. The invisible jet is going down. Look out below. On a mission to the heart of supervillain occupied Zandia. Wonder Woman is stopped dead in her tracks by a turf war that's turning deadlier by the minute. After a heated consult with the Justice League, Diana finds herself on her own with supposedly reformed Max Lord to complete her mission. And to make matters worse, each side is using Lord's initially stolen tech to turn their forces into mind-warping super armies. Who shot down Diane's stealthy ride? The answer will make you dizzy. So last issue, which was 764, was the new story arc. So we met a new character. The character was revealed to be someone related to Wonder Woman mythos, Wonder Woman story, legend, whatever. It's a good book. I do like it. Mariko Tamaki, I mean, I will say this: her Wonder Woman's really good right now. So it's fun, it's vibrant. I like the artists that they're choosing, and I can't wait for every issue. Next up, the finale. Not the finale, but the finale for this podcast. Like I say always, I don't read off every book. I don't have the money. I don't have the time, unfortunately. As you can see, I haven't even read last week's books. So yeah, I'm behind. But yeah, I want to say this. Every comic book I speak is because I'm interested in it, or there's characters I like, or I'm just fascinated in the world. Now, you may not like what I pick, but you have a whole world, a whole sea of books that you could choose from. I'm just giving you recommendations of what I like, but you picking up your book is your choice, and it's always wonderful to pick up your first comic. But we're going to go to find the book, which is Exosword Stasis number 1, written by Tini Howard and Jonathan Hickman, art by Pepe Larraz and Mahmoud Azrar. The price is $4.99, and this is the description of the book. Ten of Swords, Part 11, a ritual, a parliament, a game begins. So this is Part 11 of this 22-part story. We are in the middle right now. And let's just say this. Everything's going to change in the next 11 chapters. I guarantee it, because there was an interview with all the writers doing X of Swords and Ten of Swords, and they're saying, yeah, this whole first month, like, everyone's getting swords right now, and then the battle's like the next few issues. So everything has been set up right now. I will say this: from Resurrection's not happening right now, so if you battle and die in the other world, you're not going to be you. You have to read the book to what's going on. It's really interesting. I like what they're doing, and it feels like one complete story. So I will say this: I'm so excited for Ten of Swords. I'm really excited for Ten of Swords. But yes, that's the podcast. I hope you take care, everyone. Let me know what books you're interested in, and as always, have a peaceful day or peaceful night, peaceful whatever. Bye bye, and peace.